Good evening, beautiful souls. Welcome to Kinetic Embrace. I am Tamara, and welcome to day 3. First of all, I'd like to apologise to anyone who saw my live stream last night. I left it very late. I sat down to wait for my son to go to sleep and dozed off. So by the time I live streamed, I was not switched on. I was still half asleep. So thank you to those of you who joined me and endured that process. I'm very grateful. But that kind of does lead me into my topic for tonight about celebrating your wins, right? Specifically about celebrating your wins. Because I made this commitment. I've made this commitment to live stream every day for 30 days, and I could have gone to bed last night and saved everybody a week of time. But I'd made the commitment, and I really wanted to stick to it. Because one of my things around my neurodivergent brain is the fact that I am very inconsistent. I start things that I never finish. I commit to things and then back out. I can be very inconsistent. So I'm being held accountable, and I'm holding myself accountable through this whole process. So I could very well have just gone to bed and gone straight back to sleep again. But I stuck to my commitment, and I'm celebrating that today because it's really important to celebrate your personal wins. It's really important to celebrate even just the smallest things about what you achieve. Alright, sorry, I just started chattering and forgot to bring up my lights. So I'm just going to bring this up on my laptop so I can see comments if anyone decides to join me tonight. If I'm live enough. There we go. Mute. Alright, so if you are here, say hi. Let me know where you're from. If you are watching the replay, put hashtag replay so that I know that you're here, so that I know that you're joining me, because I love that. So yes, celebrating your wins. I am currently doing a mentoring program for 6 to 8 weeks. And one of our main tasks is to celebrate your wins every day. And I think, it's hard to recognize these things. I know one of the things, when it comes to my neurodivergent brain, I think that there are things that are frustrating, there are things that are frustrating, and I truly believe that the one thing that I struggle with the most, and that has been the most, I would say, damaging to me through the course of my entire life, is the self-depreciation and negative self-talk. It's really easy to focus on all the things that you're not, and it takes you down a spiral, takes you down a very dark spiral. And sometimes it's hard to see the light. Sometimes it's hard to recognize the good things and how you actually are making wins, right? So today I'm celebrating the fact that I live streamed last night. What was the other topic that I was going to talk about? Yes, recognizing how far you've come. So it's easy to focus on all of the things that you haven't done yet, or that you're not doing, or all of those. It's easy to focus on all of these things, but sometimes it's not quite so easy to recognize or to even see how far you come. We're so focused on where we're going and what we haven't achieved yet that it's really hard to recognize that we've already come so far already. I had some things happen over the last couple of months that has helped me. I want to say grow my spine, grow a spine, right? And in saying that, it's like sticking up for myself. It's setting clear boundaries. It's not being afraid to voice. I've been dealing with my ex, my kid's father, a bit over the last couple of months about the one thing that we always argue about, and that's money, right? And because he is a master emotional manipulator, I would always, I would say, cower, because being in his presence is also very overwhelming and overpowering. So I had a moment a couple of months ago where a situation arose, and I only do anything through text message now if I can help it. And normally something would come up and I would have my initial reaction, but then I would process and do all that stuff before I would respond to the message. I would make sure that I would go through all of the emotions, all the feelings, and when I would respond, it would still be from an emotional space. It would still be that reaction, a fear space, more than anything. But somehow over the last 12 months, I've healed that fear. Lots of hard work and lots of the universe bringing up lots of things for me to face, not having the choice to face it. Sorry, my notifications are turned on. That's really annoying. So, yes, I would be in fear and I would always react from that fear space. But through the healing, the recognizing and the healing over the last 12 months, I've hit a space where the fear is not there anymore. And so I can voice myself a lot more clearer. And I've really had the opportunity to do that over the last couple of months, and this week specifically. And I just want to say I'm really proud of myself. I'm really, really proud of myself, because the control is gone now. There is no fear now. I know that I can set clear boundaries and stand in my power and holding those boundaries. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. So recognize how far you've come, because that's where I was going with that story. A couple of months ago, something came up, and normally I would try and I would think about my response. I would write the message out. I would make sure that it was very, this is so that I wouldn't respond from that emotional space as well. React, should I say, from that emotional space. So I would give myself time. I would formulate the message in my head, my response in my head, make sure that it was not over emotional, like just make sure that it was clear and concise, with no room for, like mistaking what I meant. And then I would send the message. But something happened a couple of months ago where it pissed me off. It really pissed me off. And I sat down and I wrote out a message. And it was still quite clear and concise, but it was very strong. It was very strong in my boundaries. It's going to be a word for today. And I sent it straight away. And it was very scary. It was very, very scary, but it was also very, very empowering because I'd never done that before. It's what I tell my clients to do, right? It's what I tell my clients to do, but I'd never actually done it before. I've always been very controlled in my responses. In the last year, I've been very controlled in my responses. But that level, that whatever it was, it lit a fire in me. So now I've been dealing with him a lot in the last week, and I recognize his tactics, right? Tactics. And it holds no hold over me anymore. So I want to say that I'm recognizing how far I've come, and how empowering that is, and that it's something that we should all look back. We should all be able to go, hang on a sec, I might be struggling with this right now, and I might not be where I think I want to be, but at the same time, look at how far I've come. The person that I was when I moved over here 2 years ago, she is, I was going to say she's gone, but she's not. She's healed. Yeah, she's healed. And she's vastly different to who I am now. And it's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to share that. So yes, that's the message for today. The message for today is celebrate your wins, no matter how small they are. Recognize what you are achieving, because you are achieving things, even though it feels like you're not getting anywhere, even though it feels like it's the same shit over and over and over again, right? It may feel like it's the same stuff, but it's always at a different level, because we are always growing. We are always learning. We are always growing. We are always on that healing path, right? So congratulate yourself, celebrate, recognize, and allow yourself to sit in the joy and sense of the joy, the empowerment, and the sense of achievement of what you have achieved. And when I say celebrate your wins, it could be as simple as I got out of bed this morning. I got out of bed, took a shower, and had breakfast this morning. Because for some people and for some of us, that can be really, really difficult. It can be really, really difficult. So that's it. Day 3, done. What a great conversation. What a great conversation. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. If you are watching this on replay, don't forget to set your notifications to let you know when I go live, because I will be going live every day for 30 days. We are on day 3. And I'm sure we've got lots of amazing things to talk about, so join us. I will also be doing card pulls again, not like last night because that was terrible. Was like my brain switched off and my connection switched off while I was sleeping when I had my little nap. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, my apologies for all the bloops. I will remember to turn that off again next time. So, thank you very much. Celebrating day 3. Big love to you all. Have a great night.